Hello folks, and welcome to this episode of Jay's Tip of the Day. I'm going to be talking about something completely left field, and it's concerning the Transportation Security Administration, which is TSA. Everybody knows what that is. Those are the folks that work at the airport to make sure you're not bringing any prohibitive items through the security checkpoint onto an aircraft. Now, for the last 15, 18, I don't know how many years it's been, the press has been calling the TSOs, which is Transportation Security Officers, they're referring to them as agents. Look, that is misinformation. TSOs, or Transportation Security Officers, are not federal agents, okay? It's disrespectful to the real law enforcement or the federal agents who work within the confines of the federal government. So the news, CNN, MSNBC, Yahoo News, please stop referring to the TSOs as agents because they are not. Now let me school you. A federal agent normally is a criminal investigator or a special agent. Those would be like an FBI agent, a DEA agent, ATF, Secret Service agent. Those are special or criminal investigators or special agents. There's a reason why their jackets or shirts say federal agents, because they are. They are special agents, they're criminal investigators, and they investigate criminal activity within the federal government or, federal crimes. TSOs, Transportation Security Officers, is their official title at TSOs. They are not agents. They are not federal agents. They are not criminal investigators. They are not law enforcement. They have no legal authority at all. They can't even legally detain a passenger. They have no authority. Their main responsibility is to make sure that passengers do not bring on board a prohibitive item. That's it. Now, nothing to belittle the TSOs. They do have an important job to stop terrorism, not really stop terrorism, to stop any items getting on an aircraft. Now, within TSA, they do have a small contingency of law enforcement officers, and that would be the Federal Air Marshal Service. They can be considered federal agents, but they are not criminal investigators. They are law enforcement officers because they can make an arrest, carry guns, and do minor, small investigations, but they are not 1811 or criminal investigators. So technically, you can call a Federal Air Marshal a federal agent, but they're not criminal investigators. They don't hold the title as an 1811 criminal investigator. So nothing to belittle the Federal Air Marshal Service. They do have a very tough job. They normally just sit on the aircraft to stop hijackings. But within TSA, there is a very small contingency of real federal agents. They normally fall under the Office of Inspection. They're kind of like in internal affairs. So when somebody at TSA does something stupid, like a TSO steals some money out of somebody's baggage or whatever, internal affairs for TSA, which are criminal investigators or federal agents, the real law enforcement officers, will investigate the criminal activity within TSA and they'll take care of it. So let's recap. TSOs, Transportation Security Officers, they are not agents. So please, for the love of Pete, stop calling them that because it's disrespectful to real federal agents who are really doing a superb job in investigating criminal activity. They are law enforcement officers. TSOs, you're not a law enforcement officer. You're not an agent. So get back onto the conveyor belt. Look for KY jelly or mouthwash or toothpaste or whatever you do at the airports, and just stop referring to yourself as agents, because you're not. It's disrespectful to real law enforcement officers. That is my tip of the day. Thank you, and I'm going to close out with my motto, like I always do: prepare the battlefield for success.